Hey guys, PLJ Figs here, and welcome to my Backlash 2024 predictions. Not many matches on the card compared to the last couple pay-per-views I've predicted, but all matches that look very good on paper, even though if they are quite predictable. WrestleMania was bloody hell, it was brilliant. And yeah, let's see how they're going to follow up with this next pay-per-view. First up is the tag team match between the new bloodline of Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga versus Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Tama Tonga obviously recently debuting on one of the few SmackDowns after WrestleMania, with Solo saying wins matter after Paul Heyman saying about it, and kicking Jimmy Uso out of the bloodline. Bit hypocritical coming from Solo of all people when he's not won a match since he beat John Cena last year at Crown Jewel in that quite a bit of a squash match against John Cena. That is why I feel like Solo and Tama Tonga need to get the win here. And yes, this is my custom Tama Tonga head sculpt I got quite a while ago, and it's just on a Rock Elite. I think it's on the Elite 100 Rock. So yeah, just a custom head sculpt on that. I do need to get an updated one because it's still like his long hair at the time, where he's now obviously got the short hair. But yeah, I can easily see this going the other way and Kevin Owens and Randy win still, but I don't think it's going to be clean. But I think the new bloodline will win. And I think we see the debut of Jacob Fatu coming in. He's reportedly keeps on saying to like Fightful and all that, saying he's signed with WWE. So only time will tell. Will he debut at Backlash? I really hope so, and I think that's the reason that Randy Orton and Kevin Owens are going to lose this, and the new bloodline are going to be taking the win on this. We still don't know if Solo's referring to himself as the tribal chief, or if he's referring to someone else. Maybe The Rock he's taken over. And we're probably going to get Roman Reigns coming back as a babyface and turn on The Rock. Can't wait to see that happen. But yeah, I'm going to go for the new bloodline of Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga to win this match. Next up, we've got the women's tag team title match between Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus the Kabuki Warriors. I feel like you don't have Jade Cargill lose only on her second pay-per-view match since Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, so technically a third, but you really count the Royal Rumble when it's a load of people. You go from WrestleMania, really. But yeah, I don't see the Kabuki Warriors retaining the women's tag title, so I think we see new women's tag champs. Even though I feel like these are going to eventually, I wouldn't be surprised they keep the titles, and depending on how it goes on NXT, they become the women's mid-card titles instead of being the tag titles, because I feel like we need that instead of the women's tag titles. There's not really any proper tag teams. There's never really been. There's been a couple here and there, and that's about it. But yeah, I'm going to go for Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair to win the titles. I think one of them's going to eventually turn on the other. Kind of hoping it's Bianca instead of Jade, because she needs a heel turn, I feel like, instead of staying face all the time. So yeah, I'm going to go for Bianca and Jade to take the women's tag team titles. Next up, we've got a triple threat match for the WWE women's title between Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, and the champion Bayley. I just don't think we have Bayley lose here, to be honest. She's just won the title. She's obviously good, babyface who's just won the title. I don't think you really want to have her lose on her first defense at the pay-per-view. Tiffany, I can see taking the title eventually, but I don't see Naomi winning this, even though it's good to see both of them to be in a high-profile match at a pay-per-view. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with Bayley to retain her WWE Women's Championship. Next up, we've got the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match between the new champion Damian Priest after he cashed in the Money in the Bank at WrestleMania versus main event Jey Uso. I feel like Damian's not going to have a long reign. I feel like I'm going to go for him to win this, but I feel like after this, I think Drew's going to take the title back at Clash of the Castle. Obviously, he won it, and then straight away got involved with CM Punk. God, he tweeted during the match after saying he was bored at work and then just had to go back on himself after he just lost the title in, what, 5 minutes? I think it was, his reign actually counted. But yeah, any other time, I would probably actually think Jey Uso would eventually be winning the world title, but sadly, sorry Jey, I feel like he needs a mid-card title at least, like Intercontinental title, or even if he did end up going over to SmackDown and he won the United States title. But sorry Jey, I'm going to go for Damian Priest to retain his WWE World Heavyweight Championship, but I feel like there's either going to be something to do with Drew McIntyre after the match, or he's facing Drew at Clash of the Castle. I think it's next month. So yeah, I'm going to go for Damian Priest to retain his WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And last up, we've got the WWE Undisputed Championship match between the new champion Cody Rhodes. He finally finished his story versus the phenomenal one AJ Styles. I feel like this is easy as well. I think Cody's retaining this title. I don't think we're going to see him lose that belt for a very long time. It's not going to be as long as Roman Reigns' reign. But I feel like he's going to still have a decent long reign, unlike Damian Priest with the World Heavyweight title. So yeah, sorry AJ. There's not really much of a feud here. But just because it's just basically AJ won 2 number 1 contender matches. He obviously won the triple threat to go into the number 1 contender match and then beat LA Knight in the number 1 contender match. So yeah, sorry AJ, but I'm going to go for Cody Rhodes to win and retain his WWE Undisputed Championship. Yeah, they've got rid of the Universal, thankfully, so it's not as long as a bloody name. So yeah, I know this one's quite a short predictions video, but then there's not many matches on this card. There's literally 5. I haven't recorded this before I've seen anything about SmackDown, what is a lot earlier than usual, because obviously it's tonight's SmackDown was in France, and obviously this is in France tomorrow. Not an actual decent time for UK viewers, but it being like 5. It keeps on saying either 5:30 PM or 6 PM. Not too sure what time it's actually starting. But for once, for a little bit, we've actually got a decent time to start at watching WWE. I think that's the second one out of the last 3. Well, last 4 with Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, and this. We've had 2 out of the 4 actually be decent times. One be very early in the morning with the Australia one, and then this one be about 6 PM, what's not too bad, especially for UK when we're having to do midnight, 1 AM starting. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.